Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me today. This is the total body ball class that we would normally be having on Mondays and Thursdays at 1:30 p.m. So since we're not able to do that, we thought that we would come to you. So this will be posted here Facebook Live, and then later on this afternoon we will upload it to our YouTube channel for those of you who missed it. I hope that I now have the camera situation worked out. We did a 6 a.m. class this morning, TRX, and for some reason it just didn't rotate, so you can catch that without having to bend your neck on our YouTube channel. So I do apologize about that. This is one of those situations where technology, and it's a Monday, sometimes just does not work well together. So thanks again for joining us. We're going to go ahead and get started, but the first thing that I wanted to talk about is the equipment. So if you saw the event posted on Facebook, we told you briefly what kind of equipment that you would be needing, and we'll work with some of that today, and then we'll get into a little bit more of that on Thursday. So as you can see behind me, we have a mat in the floor. We also have our exercise ball. So this is a great thing to have around the house, particularly those of you who like to sit at the computer and or sit and watch TV. This is a great thing to just get a little bit of exercise, get that lymphatic system cleared out. And then also, we're going to be working with today our resistance bands. So these come in a wide variety of different colors for different strengths for different people. So if you need any of this equipment while you are at home during this time, please reach out to us. We are more than willing to check out equipment to those of you who would like to work out with us. With the exercise ball, when you go and you're shopping for an exercise ball, it really goes on your height. So I'm going to turn to the side here for just a moment. So when you sit on it, you can see that it's depressing just a little bit because of my weight here. You don't want those knees above your waist, okay? So if you get an exercise ball and it's doing this number here, that's not what we want. So we want to be able to sit up nice and straight and tall. We're going to suck in our core, and we want to be able, even when we're bouncing, that those knees are not going to go above that waist, okay? So if you have an exercise ball, go ahead and get your exercise ball. Sit on it. Be very careful, of course, getting on that exercise ball. If you need to for a little bit, keep those hands on the ball, okay, just to get a nice, gentle bounce here. So what we're going to start with first is we're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up here. So we're just kind of getting everything flowing, loosening those muscles. I don't know what you've been doing today. It's beautiful outside here. So hopefully you've been outside, already taking a walk, maybe doing some gardening. So let's loosen up those muscles just a little bit here. So chin is level, shoulders are square. We've found that belly button. We're sucking it to our spine. We're engaging our core. So we're going to bring those arms up while we're bouncing very gently here. Palms face together, thumbs are up. We're going to inhale through our nose. When we do, we open up those arms, open up that chest. Exhale gently. Arms are coming back together. So inhale out. Exhale together. Inhale out. Exhale together. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now we're going to place those palms face down on our knees. We're still gently bouncing here. Chin is level. Shoulders are square. Here what we're going to do is we're going to lift those arms to the ceiling. So inhale. Through our nose, arms are going up. Exhale. Gently coming back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. For those of you following along at home, one more. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. So now we're really going to engage just about every muscle here. So we are going to do a single leg bounce. So I'm going to roll the ball back just a little bit more so you can actually see my feet a little bit better with the camera here. So beginners, heel on the floor, so gently extend that leg. Don't hyperextend that knee though, okay? If you need to, hold on to the ball here. For those of you who are comfortable with the ball, you can simply put your hands out, or what I always say is put your hands in prayer position to hold that balance. For those of you who are a little bit more advanced, you can bring that leg up straight in the air and bounce. Engage that core. So when you engage that core, you find that belly button, you suck it to your spine, those bum muscles automatically clench, and now you have a really good grip, so to speak, on the ball. You might be a little wobbly here. That's okay. If this is your first time on an exercise ball, that's to be expected. Please don't fall off. So at any time you feel like you're going to go side to side, put the foot down, grab that exercise ball, okay? We don't want any injuries, all right? This is to actually build up your core, which in turn helps your low back. So this is great exercise for rehab and strengthening your back, and in turn your core muscles. We're also going to get into a little bit of hip flexors today as well. All right, so we're coming back down, both feet for a couple of bounces, and then switching to the opposite leg. Once again, if you're a beginner, heel on the floor, please, okay? If you're thinking, oh, I might be intermediate, not quite advanced, fine. Couple of bounces, heel on the floor. Bring it back up, couple of bounces, heel on the floor, okay? That's a great modification for those of you who join us maybe for the first time at home. You have an exercise ball and you're like, what do I do with this exercise ball, okay? All right, so now we're gonna switch back to the first leg. Now that you've kind of got the hang of this, we're bouncing. Good. Placing that leg down and back to the second leg. So you want to make sure here, just another tip for you, those of you following along at home, you want to make sure that you always start with your strongest leg first. So your strong leg, as Dr. Picone says, is designed to rehab and strengthen that weaker leg, okay? So now what we're going to do is both legs on the floor, we're just going to come to a nice, gentle stop with our exercise ball. Be very careful here, engage that core, tighten those bum muscles, and gently stand up. So we're gonna put the exercise ball over here in the corner, hope it stays for just a moment. We'll be back to that in just a second. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our resistance bands. So we have this just attached and looped around a handrail here. You can also use a door in your home, so the handle can actually go around the doorknob and then shut the resistance band in the door jamb, and that's going to be about the right height that you need, is that doorknob height for this band. So the first exercise that we're going to do is we're going to face the anchor, so the point at which the band is attached. Shoulders are back, chin is level, and the shoulders are down. Feet are hip width apart, elbow is straight, but not hyperextended. We want that arm straight. And we're coming back. This is a slow, controlled movement, negative and positive resistance. That's what builds muscle. We're working that rotator cuff, we're working that supraspinatus muscle. You're going to feel it also in the back of those triceps. This is what I call, for us middle-aged women, the anti-lady flab exercise. This is a really good one. All right, so we're doing 2 sets of 10 here. So that's 10, I believe, on that arm. And then we're going to switch. This is, of course, my weaker side, the right side. So notice I started with my left side first. We're going to come to the right side. 10 sets on the right. Slow, controlled movement. 2, and last one. Good. So we're doing 2 sets of 10 today, everyone. So we're moving now to the left arm. 10 more on this side. Ooh, feeling that burn in the tricep. How about you guys? Remember to breathe. Last one, switching back to the right. Engaging that core, don't let that belly hang out. Breathe. Good, last one, nice. So now we're going to be doing the out. So we're going to stand with now our right shoulder facing the anchor. Once again, feet are hip width apart. This one, if you have a weak shoulder, this is great for rehab. However, start at this angle here. So start with that wrist about waist height, and we're going to go out. If that feels okay and comfortable, come up a couple of inches. Ideally, we're going to work till we can get that wrist straight out from our shoulder and going straight out across our chest. Notice how this is a great chest opener. We're building that pec muscle here while also working the lat muscle and the back of the shoulder blade in your back. So for those of you watching, either men and or women, for women particularly, this is what builds those shoulders to be really nice for when we can wear strapless dresses again, and men for when you can go with your shirt off, okay? So 10 on that side. Then we're going to turn around, excuse my back everyone, and we're going to do 10 on this side. So remember, of these, we're doing 2 sets of 10. Good, remember to breathe, engage that core. Good. Last set of 10, here we go. I see we have some viewers. Thanks guys, I'm not able to read the comments yet, but thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're playing along at home with us. We're gonna get that summer body ready. 3 more, breathe. And it helps to smile. Last one. All right. Turning around, this is our last set on this arm. So make it count here. Focus on that resistance. Good. 2 more. And last one. All right, so we will show you additional ones to use with the resistance band a little later on, probably Thursday, and once we get into next week. This is typically a 45-minute class, so I'm playing around with the format to see how we can truly condense it into the 30 minutes to be a good steward of your time. So the next thing that we're going to be working on are those hips and kind of that low back area here, which a lot of us around our belt line, that tends to be sore, particularly if we're outside, if we're gardening, having to move some stuff. I know a lot of you are at home in your spring cleaning. So this is called hip hikers. So you're going to find a step somewhere in your house, and many of you are probably just going to be able to watch this today and or go back and review it on the YouTube video later. So we're going to square up our leg. Once again, shoulders are square, shoulders are down, chin is level. We're holding on to the grab bar here. However, if you have steps in your house, you'll be able to hold on to the railing in front or in back of you. So from here, we're going to place our hand on our hip. We're not bending the knee that is on the step. The leg that is hanging off the step, we're simply lifting up and down. So we're going to be doing 1 set of 10 here, because I know most of you don't have a step readily available. So maybe you can do this one after practice this one. 2 more. So I tease everyone and say, you know that you're doing this one correctly. If any of you have ever taken any salsa dancing lessons, you kind of feel it in that hip, kind of that coccyx SI area. It gets a little sore, almost like a little pinching. But it feels oh so good along that back belt line here. 2 more. And last one. Good. Now the next exercise that we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking it down to the mat, and this is called marching on your back. So I'm going to actually lay, hopefully where everyone can see me. It's easier to do this without your shoes on because your feet are not going to leave the mat, so those socks can actually slide on your mat. So we're going to lay down gently. Bend those knees, grab that hamstring if you must. Never grab the back of that knee in order to lay yourself back. So we're going to lay ourselves back, bring those feet flat on the mat, and then gently slide one leg out at a time. So once here on the mat, we're going to bring both arms up, palms face together. We're going to ball up those fists, leave those thumbs pointed out, and we're going to go opposite arm and leg. So you will notice that at this time, the entire left side of my body is stretched out. Then we're going to go opposite, and now the entire right side of my body. So we're going to be doing a set of 10 here, just sliding those feet. This feels so good. And the reason we have our thumbs pointed out, it gives us full range of motion in that shoulder area, so we're not creating any more damage here. So for those of you who are rehabbing a shoulder injury or have shoulder issues that are chronic, this is not going to hurt those. If you can't go all the way back, don't. Listen to your body. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. And if it feels good to hold it for a couple seconds here, which it does, do so. This is your workout, not a competition. This is just realigning our spine and our back. 2 more. And last one. Good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to gently bend those knees, placing those feet flat on the floor, and we're going to be doing a pelvic tilt. So with the pelvic tilt, what we're going to do is we're going to find that pelvic bone, and we're going to try to bring it up without lifting that bone up off the mat and crunch those abs together. So try to find the bottom of your breastbone here, and we want those two to meet. So it's a gentle pelvic tilt here. So we're going to be doing 10 of these. So with this pelvic tilt, when you're laying like this, you have the small of your back up off the mat, and when we crunch together, the small of the back goes flat to the mat. This takes a little bit of time to get this. Make sure though that you do not lift the back of your head up off the mat. That can cause a neck strain, and we don't want that. Good. Let's do 3 more. And last one. Good. Now in order to get up, make sure that you get up safely. So I always tell everyone, get up like you're 103. So we're going to gently roll over to our side, placing that palm, the top arm, palm face down on the mat, and we're going to gently push ourselves up into a seated position. So now what we're going to do is we are going to retrieve our exercise ball. So I'm going to gently come up on my knees. I'm going to get the exercise ball. We're going to be on the ball, so I'm going to slide where hopefully everyone can see the form here in the camera. So we have a hold of the ball. We're gently going to lower our body weight on the ball, and we're going to come up. So notice at the angle that I'm here, my legs, my hands are here. If you need to place those fingertips on the ball, you certainly can. I'm going to hug the ball here. I'm going to take a deep breath in through my nose. Exhale through my mouth. My chin is coming to the ball. When I inhale again, I'm coming up for a gentle back extension. So the bottom of my chest is right here, still on the ball. I'm not going any further than that. Make sure to breathe here. Do not strain those neck muscles. Exhale down. Inhale up. We're doing 10. Exhale down. Inhale up. Still have that core engaged, even though we're breathing. You should feel this exercise between those shoulder blades all the way down to that tailbone. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more. Last one. Good. So I always tell everyone, if you come to the live class, if your knees will allow you to just come back into a modified child's pose while hugging the ball. This is just going to relieve that back pressure for just a few minutes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come back up on the ball, and we're going to be doing opposite arm and leg on the ball. For those of you who you know you do not have a lot of core balance and that's why you are taking this class, I would invite you to do this on the floor. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate on the ball first, and then I will demonstrate on the floor. So if you're on the ball, we're going to come up to where our belly button is on the ball. Hands or palms face down on either side here, directly below those shoulders. No pressure, they're just used for balance here. We're on our tiptoes. We're going to be coming up opposite arm and leg. Now here, if you have access to a sheet of paper or magazine, place it here. It's not about how high you can get this leg. It's about keeping this low back level, even, so that way we're building up those muscles. Now focus on engaging your core. Find that belly button, suck it to your spine. And then gently down, and we're switching. Breathe. Gently down and switching. So for those of you following along at home and you're like, Alyssa, I can't do that on the ball. I'm going to fall off. Please don't fall off. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you just come on the floor, on the mat. I may have to chase the ball in a minute. So we're going to be in table, so knees directly below those hips, hands directly below those shoulders, and we're simply going to come out here on the floor, okay? Now that's still too much. Leave that toe back on the floor. You're still going to get the same workout. We're working the exact same muscles, I promise you, okay? And then opposite. And so the sheet of paper and or magazine on that low back there, if you lift that leg too high, it's going to fall off to one side or the other. So you know then that you're not doing it correctly. And a magazine or a sheet of paper is not a lot of weight for that low back. Don't put a book or something like that heavy on your back. That's never a good idea at all, okay? So I'm going to give you guys just a couple of seconds to finish that. And then we're going to slowly roll over on our backs, and our feet are actually going to be on the ball. So we're going to come up, heels on the ball. Once again, the back of your head is going to go flat on the mat, palms face down on either side of your thighs. We're going to lift up that bum, and we're going to come into reverse plank here. Engage that core. Now that ball is going to be a little wobbly, and you may think, oh my goodness, there's no way the ball is going to go every which way. Fine, gently lower that bum to the floor, count to 2, 1, 2, and back up until you build this core strength where you can hold this reverse plank with the ball. So breathing. Good. Bring that bum back down to the mat. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do some hamstring curls, okay? So back into reverse plank, and we're simply going to bend those knees, bringing that ball in and back out. Now, if you are really wobbly with this one and you're all over the place, do a couple, then bring that bum back down to the mat. Come back up. This one you're going to feel, trust me, from about that coccyx all the way down the hamstrings to those calves. Going to feel it in that core too. Make sure you find that belly button, suck it to your spine. Let's do 10 of these. I think we've got 2 left if I'm counting correctly this afternoon. And 1 more. Good. Now bringing that bum down to the mat. Awesome job, everyone. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring it down to a little bit of a cool down. So we are going to come into the number 4 stretch. So we're going to bring that left foot up, placing that left ankle over the right ankle, bringing that ball in. We're going to wrap those hands around that right hamstring. Both feet are flexed, gently pulling in. You're going to feel this, and that left hip is going to travel down that left hip, that IT band that travels along the outside of that knee, and your hamstring. Breathing. If you were giving me 70%, you should be a little breathy here. So we're focused on our breath, bringing it back down to a normal cadence, lowering that heart rate here. We're going to straighten that right leg out, releasing that left leg. Now the right ankle goes over the left left knee. We're pulling that left knee in. Hands are going to go around that left hamstring. We're pulling in, opening up that right hip flexor. We're going to feel that IT band on the outside of that knee. Hamstring is engaged. It's a nice stretch. Such a nice stretch. We're going to release that. We're going to gently kick the ball. Make sure that there's no animals in the way. Dogs, cats if you're at home. Place those feet flat on the mat. Knees are bent. We're going to bring one bended knee up at a time, placing our arms around. Feet are flexed, and we're going to gently sway side to side here. This is just going to release from about those shoulder blades, mid-thoracic, middle back, all the way down to your low back. Nice. Couple more. And then gently release one bended knee at a time. Feet are flat on the mat. We're going to bring those arms out, palms face down. We're going to take a deep breath in. On that exhale, we're gently going to allow both bended knees to fall to the right. Keep your shoulders flat on the mat though. So the left leg may be suspended in air. That's fine. We want both shoulders on the mat. We're breathing. It's a nice stretch here for our low back, that left side oblique, and our hips. Next inhale, find that belly button, suck it to your spine, engage that core. Coming up gently. On your next exhale, blow it out. Allow those legs to fall to the left. Once again, both shoulders are flat on the mat. We're breathing. Nice stretch here. You can see this nice gentle twist. And inhale, engage that core, find that belly button, suck it up. Here we go. Good. We're going to just allow those hands to kind of feather down, releasing those shoulders. We're now going to slide one leg at a time flat, very gently. Once they're here, we're going to rotate those feet out to the side, opening up that pelvis, opening up those hips, placing once again those hands palms face down on either side of your thighs. Here we're just breathing. Focusing on that heart rate, lowering that heart rate, bringing your breath back down to its normal cadence. This position is called corpse, and trust me when I say it's everyone's favorite. Couple more breaths, deep breaths. When you're ready, we're going to bend both knees, placing those feet flat on the mat. Once again, we're rolling over to our side. We're going to place that hand, the top arm, the hand palm face down in front of your chest. We're going to gently sit ourselves up. We're going to come into perfect pose. So whatever perfect pose looks like for you, if you're able to sit cross, or if you're just able to sit with those legs out, perfectly fine. If you want to do this on your exercise ball, you certainly can. If it's within distance, I would have to run and get mine right now, so I'm going to do mine on the floor. So we are sitting up nice and straight and tall, chin is level, shoulders are back, shoulders are down. We're going to be doing 5 neck rolls to the left and then 5 to the right. So we're going to take our chin down to our chest. When your neck says stop, stop. We're going to take that left ear to the left shoulder. Our head is gently going to come back. Right ear to right shoulder and back. So let's do 4 more of these to the left. Nice slow movement. It may sound like a little bit of like Rice Krispies. Some days are better than others. 1 more. Good. When you come back around in the last one, gently lift that chin back up to neutral. Now we're going to go back down. Take a deep breath in, exhale, going down, and we're going to the right. This should feel so good. 3 more. One more. Nice. Now we're just going to make sure that we're completely loose. So we're going to take a deep breath in. Gently bring those shoulders up to your ears. If you have no shoulder issues, no neck issues, you can, on your exhale, let them drop. If you do, just gently here. Inhale up, slowly exhale down. Because even though I said throughout the entire workout today, breathe, some of you forgot to breathe. So when we forget to breathe, we carry tension in the neck and shoulders. So we're just going to make sure you're loose. One more. Before I let you get on with the rest of your day. So once again, thank you so much everyone for joining me today. Don't forget we are back Thursday at 1:30. So I hope to see you then. Take care everyone. Stay safe.